Thank you. I told my family to stop calling me. Thanks. Portions of our show brought to you by Fellowship Home Loans. Call 800-510-MIKE, fellowshiploans.com. Fellowship Loans. Welcome home. Last night it was a miserable, miserable night in New York City. I had a number of friends who sent me videos from their apartments as they were looking down and seeing looting, violence, horrible destructiveness. They breached Macy's department store, the world famous department store right in the heart of the city. Here was the mayor of Atlanta. And I'm really curious about what did happen in Atlanta last night because I'm cautiously optimistic that there was reduced violence in Atlanta last night, and perhaps it was because of the profound, powerful message from the mayor, Keisha Lance Bottoms, who Friday night was clearly angry and upset about what she was witnessing. I want to play almost the whole thing because just a couple of minutes, but very important message that every American should listen to. Anyone who thinks that hurting someone or destroying a business or shooting a cop or throwing a projectile at a first responder is appropriate. Here was the mayor of Atlanta's response to all of that insanity and evil.
And on yesterday, when I heard there were rumors about violent protests in Atlanta, I did what a mother would do. I called my son and I said, "Where are you?" I said, "I cannot protect you, and black boys shouldn't be out today. So you're not going to out-concern me and out-care about where we are in America." I wear this each and every day, and I pray over my children each and every day. So what I see happening on the streets of Atlanta is not Atlanta. This is not a protest. This is not in the spirit of Martin Luther King Jr. This is chaos. A protest has purpose. When Dr. King was assassinated, we didn't do this to our city. So if you love this city that has had a legacy of black mayors and black police chiefs and people who care about this city, where more than 50% of the business owners in Metro Atlanta are minority business owners. If you care about this city, then go home and pray that somebody like Reverend Beasley will come and talk to you and give you some instructions on what a protest should look like and how you effectuate change in America. This police chief made a video on yesterday, pull it up on YouTube, where she said she was appalled to watch the murder of George Floyd. This woman did that. You're not honoring the legacy of Martin Luther King Jr. and the civil rights movement. You're not protesting anything running out with brown liquor in your hands, breaking windows in this city. T.I. and Killer Mike own half the West Side. So when you burn down this city, you're burning down our community. If you want change in America, go and register to vote. Show up at the polls on June 9th. Do it in November. That is the change we need in this country. You are disgracing our city. You are disgracing the life of George Floyd and every other person who has been killed in this country. We are better than this. We're better than this as a city. We are better than this as a country.
I am very grateful for that message, and I think most Americans are too. That's the Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms, with a passionate plea for calm and justice and the rightful solution that Americans should be craving for. You get to decide this at the ballot box. But see, beating up an elderly woman who's trying to protect her business in upstate New York must be easier for people than to register to vote. Shooting a cop in the back of the head in Las Vegas must be easier than casting a vote. Looting an Apple store in Manhattan or Macy's department store, marching out with clothes and shoes and items, I guess that's easier. That's easier than voting. But voting is the American way, and Americans get to make that decision. And they are still continuing. There is violence in Atlanta as well. Somebody earlier today said that there wasn't much violence, but news reports are suggesting there was still. They've gone down a little bit last night, and maybe that mayor has helped. That kind of message should be repeated by every city and every governor in America. Coming up, we're going to take you to Chicagoland, where our colleague and friend Amy Jacobson of the morning show, Dan and Amy, is suing the governor of Illinois. We'll tell you why, and had a chance to visit earlier with former New York City Police Commissioner Bernie Kerik. My conversation with him and you, all coming up.